Hello guys, so welcome to Cave Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the texturing of this particular interior over here. So let's continue it. So now what I'll be doing over here is like I'll be assigning some materials over here as well. So let's just select this all elements. I can just group it. Let's go into the material editor. I'll open a material editor. Again, I'll go into this and let's add a V-Ray material. Now, let's go into diffuse. Let's go into bitmap and I'll go into this. So I'll take a wooden texture over here. So I'll just define a color to it and I'll go into this and let's give a UVW map, set it as a box, and you can go over here and I can slightly add some tiling to it. Let's give some reflections as well. Again, I'll go down and I'll add a V-Ray bump to normal and I'll connect it with a bump map. Let's go into this, and let's give a bump map over here. So I'll give some tiling to it that can be added. So we can do this stuff. For this, I'll create a metal shader over here. How we can create a metal shader? Let's go into this. Let's take again a V-Ray material and I'll go over here and I'll give a bit of black color to it. Let's go into it and give some metalness, give some reflections. So I need to add some reflections and you can reduce slight glossiness. We can go into this and increase the Fresnel IOR a bit, not much. So if you want lesser reflections, you can reduce this property, metalness. Apart from that, so this is your metal created over here. So you can just go into rendering, go into render setup. I'll just go into this and environment. I'll activate the GI environment and you can just render and see once how it's going to look over here. Okay, I think we need to convert to poly first. Now you can again render this. Alright. So if you need less reflections, we can reduce this property. Metalness can be increased. Can again render it. Alright. Now, again I'll go over here. Let's go into the reference. Let's give some texture to this as well. So let's select this and this. We have a leather texture which we have defined over here. We can assign the same texture for it as well. So let's go over here and again add a UVW map. set it as a box. Slightly I'll increase its height. Again I'll go into this. Let's add a UVW map, set it as a box, increase its height. So similarly this is going to happen here as well. UVW map, set it as a box. Again go into this. Again give a UVW map. Alright. So now we do have a texture of a gold over here. So looks like a gold over here. So let's create a gold shader. So very first of all, I'll take a V-Ray material. Let's name it as gold over here. I'll go into this and I'll just give first my diffuse as black over here. Now what I can do is, let's go into the reflect. We'll be adding some colors to the reflect as well. So let's add some color to the reflect. So definitely you can get some ready-made shaders as well if you want. Fresnel reflections, I'll just keep it off and I'll give some max depth a 6 or 7 over here. So alright, our glossiness will keep it as 1. If you want to reduce, we can slightly reduce it, and let's apply it and now render it and see. So as you render it, as you can see that it's giving you a gold shader over here. So we don't have any kind of a environment right now, so you can just add an environment later. So go into rendering, you can go into the environment, and if you want to give V-Ray sky, you can add a V-Ray sky in the environment as well. So now if you try to zoom it, you can just see how it's going to look like. You can just render it once over here and see that. So it's giving you a look over here. Now select this for the fabric. Let's again take a V-Ray material. Let's go into the bitmap and I'll go over here. I'll take a fabric material over here. So we can go into this and let's add some tiling to it. Similarly, again I'll go down, add V-Ray bump to normal and connect it with a bump map, and let's add a bump map over here. So we can go over here and let's give some tiling. So if you want to add some other stuff as well, that can also be added. We can do that as well. So let's just open up a reference over here. We do have this as well as of a metal. So if you want, I can assign the same material for the metal which we have defined, or else, okay, we'll just define the same metal shader what we have created over here. And if you want to render it once and see how it's going to look like, we can render it once and see. If you want to reduce some reflection somewhere, that can be done, that can be reduced. according to your needs. Alright. So let's select this. We'll add some glass over here. So how we can create a glass material? I'll go over here and let's add a V-Ray material. Let's name it as glass. So for a simple glass, I can just go into this and work with the refract, make it as white over here. Slight, you can just push it towards gray, and IOR you can set it to 1.5. That's for a normal glass. So now you can see we have added this over here. Now again I can go over here, and if I want to add some kind of border to this element, I can add that. So I can again go into the material. Let's take a V-Ray material, go into the bitmap, and let's add this wood kind of stuff. Let's add a UVW map, set it as a box. So again I'll go into this. Let's give some tiling to it. You can add some tiling. Again go into the material, and I'll go over here and I'll add some V-Ray bump to normal. Connect it with a bump map, and let's add this over here, and let's give the tiling as 2. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.